Okay, good afternoon. The Storm Prediction issued a mesoscale just a little bit ago, and they've already issued a PDS tornado watch. But just give you a real quick overview. It covers all western Oklahoma, southern Kansas, northern Texas there. And there's a warm front running from Tulsa down to Oklahoma City, down I-40. That's lifted north rapidly now. Drawn on the eastern Texas Panhandle. Low-level jet and moisture surging now in western Oklahoma. So that's that. Now let's go over to the tornado watch. Which is now being issued for western Oklahoma as well as much of western Oklahoma and this North Texas, Northwest Texas, and southern Kansas. This is a PDS tornado watch. High on tornado, high F2s or higher. Severe wind, moderate, severe hail, 2-inch diameter hail. This is going to be a PDS tornado watch till 11 o'clock, 3:25. To 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Primarily includes the threat of intense tornadoes likely. Widespread hail larger than hail events up to 5 inches diameter. That's great fruit-sized hail, folks. Okay, here we go. Scattered damaging wind gusts to 80 miles an hour. Intense supercells developing. Expected to continue this evening with storms moving east across the watch area. The risk of strong, long-track tornadoes will exist. This includes giant hail up to 5 inches diameter. Winds in excess of 75 miles an hour, right? Tornado watch, just conditions very favorable. Tornadoes, a few severe thunderstorms, hail, surface a 5-inch diameter, extreme turbulence, wind gusts is 70 knots Q, and the mean vector wind's going to be storm motion 270 at 30 knots. That's due east at 30 knots. Okay, so very destructive on satellite right now. Let's go in. It's updating right now. We've got supercells have exploded as we anticipated down across Northwest Texas now. Exploded down here, and the supercells are forming, getting ready to move into southwest Oklahoma with the 70 dew points. Also, the draw line continues to firm up rapidly now across the Texas Panhandle. Eastern Texas Panhandle got 60 dew points now at Shamrock. The winds are backing now across western Oklahoma, southwestern Oklahoma. The winds are strong out the southeast. Dew points climbing in the 60s, so they're 70 now, 90, 70 now at Childress. Area, and the 70 dew points are surging north. Look at all the roll clouds. You've got gravity wave clouds across all southern Oklahoma. So you've got extreme southeast winds with 70, mid-70 dew points surging north up toward the Oklahoma City metro area. You got deep moisture also over here near and east of Tulsa, 70 dew points surging up there near the Kansas Oklahoma border. So we've got still got upper 60 dew points in southern Kansas now, 63 up, 63 almost going to 65 there. 65s are now up to Wichita, and more of an upper 60s out here in the northwest Oklahoma and south central Kansas ahead of the draw line. So the storms are going to fire out west here as well, and then as they come east, they're going to get in deeper moisture. So again, I expect long track damaging tornadoes. The first batch of tornadoes is this batch coming out of northwest Texas, southwest Oklahoma. They're going to have very destructive tornadoes in southern Oklahoma. That possibly immediately close to the Oklahoma City metro as these continue to build. Some of the latest models in the last 30 minutes say we're going to have tornadic storms coming out of Grady County. That's going to be near and north of Lawton. That's going to be Chickasha. The models are now saying we're going to have destructive tornadoes in this area, Grady County, possibly Cleveland County, southern Oklahoma County, this area, Pauls Valley, Norman, back to Chickasha. The models are now saying we're going to have tornadic storms there in about 2 hours developing, or it's going to be this cluster moving northeast. The models are having a problem if we're going to have new ones or the existing ones. Also, it's got tornadic storms developing north of the I-40 corridor and moving east over here, just north of the I-40 corridor. Also, it's got very violent tornadoes developing near the Kansas-Oklahoma border. So we get closer to that 6, 7 o'clock time frame. It's probably these Tower and Q now coming out of Texas Panhandle. You see they're glaciating now. That's going to be west of Borger, west of Wheeler. I've got stuff already glaciating. So something's going to explode up here north of Woodward. And that comes down the Oklahoma-Kansas border. And as they get over here close to I-35 and this upper 60, 70 dew points, you see now 70 dew points up here across southeast Kansas. We're going to have very destructive tornadoes from the I-35 corridor. I'm going to call it Winfield, Brayman, Ponca City over to northern Osage County and the Arkansas City, Sedan, possibly as far south as Bartlesville, including Parsons, and maybe eventually at 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, you might be over at Joplin or near that area. So this whole either county, the counties either side of bordering the Kansas-Oklahoma border from Joplin all the way over to Wichita, south of Wichita, Arkansas City, Winfield, all the way over here to south of Anthony, north of Cherokee, Medford, right down the Kansas-Oklahoma border. We expect another corridor of destructive tornadoes, right? Those are the areas that are favored right now. So it's 3 favored areas. Southern Oklahoma, it's already going. We expect it to go soon now. I've got Tower and Q rapidly about to explode now, northeast of Amarillo in the Borg area, southwest the Canadian here. And as those erupt and come into western Oklahoma, we'll see where the track is. And then obviously the stuff, look at the cube rapidly developed now in the northeast Texas Panhandle. This is also going to erupt somewhere at north of Woodward in that general area and then start coming east. So that's a quick update. I'm in western Oklahoma here, and you can see it's clear, Jeff, south of Abilene. There's supercells down there south of Abilene. Let's look at that. Yeah, okay, I've got a brand new tornado warning just came out of, that may be in Norman or may be, let me see what, okay, I've got a tornado. It looks like it's probably ongoing now. Tornado warning now. That's going to be radar indicated 2-inch hail. Looks like it's been out for a few minutes. That's probably out of Norman. It is. Tornado warning, Baylor County now. National Weather Service Norman issued a tornado at 3:34, 5 minutes ago. Tornado was located 11 miles east of Mills Creek Reservoir, moving east 25. If you're on the lakes now, a tornado now being reported, or funnel cloud. Let's see what we've got here. Funnel cloud reported at 3:14 near Miller Lake. If you're on the lakes in Oklahoma, North Texas, if you're on the Marietta Lake, if you're down here in southern Oklahoma, if you're on the lake down here in Marietta and that area, if you're on the lakes west of Oklahoma City, if you're on the lakes anywhere along this corridor, Oklahoma, Grand Lake, if you're up here in southern Kansas, any lakes in this area, you need to get off the lakes now. It's time to get off the lakes and get to shelter as these tornadic storms are going to erupt and come east, and they're going to start producing violent tornadoes. You don't want to be caught on the road as they're now erupting. I've got another storm with a hook rapidly developing just southwest of Vernon now. There's another storm with a hook forming. There's a storm starting to form. That storm is rapidly intensifying. So as these storms lift north, and this low-level jet, all these storms most of them are going to start producing tornadoes. So this guy has already got a hook on him. Doesn't have a hook yet, but will be. South of Elmore, we've got a tornado warning now down here, and these are all going to start moving east-northeast like this, right? Here they come, right? Across southern Oklahoma. This area is going to be a high threat for damaging tornadoes. And then as the other storms build to the northwest, now I've got a storm exploding now. Looks like a storm's now up. I've got a storm now going up on the draw line, Perrington area. It's going up and down, so the lid's about to come off here in the northeast Texas Panhandle. Got towers going up and down, so we've got some showers and storms trying to go on the draw line. So it won't be much longer, about another hour or so. It is going up ahead of schedule, but meaning that if the storms are up by, let's call it 4 or 5 o'clock, they weren't really supposed to get going up here until about 7 or 8. But if they're up at 4, then we're just going to have longer track tornadoes much farther west and then moving east, right? So that's kind of what's going to happen. If I go outside here, you can see ACAS, it's warm air advection, and kind of up here in northwest Oklahoma. It's going to, you look back southwest, this is one of the signs we look for. We're looking at the jet core's coming out, and the warm air advection, and the high cape is back south of me now. This air mass is just, the warm front is back, technically it's back down on I-40, but it's surging north with the upper 60s to even the mid-70 dew points are along and south of I-40. That is going to be coming north at about 50 miles an hour as we get toward that 5-7 o'clock time frame. So that tornado air mass that's on I-40 and southward now, it's going to surge into northwest, north central Oklahoma and the next 2 to 3 to 4 hours. At the same time, I've got cells developing in the Texas Panhandle coming east that will tap that greater instability, and we're going to start having tornadoes across northwest, north central Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and I can tell you I've got towering ACAS southwest, so I can tell that the atmosphere is getting very close to exploding as far as the towers. I've got Q now rapidly forming west of me. They tell me the moisture is getting deeper here in northwest Oklahoma, and the winds are really screaming out of the southeast here. You can see the Cirrus, that Cirrus down my south down there, that's just along and north of I-40. That Cirrus deck right there, that is the mid-level jet core of about 70 knots that's coming out of the Texas Panhandle, and anywhere near and north of that jet core, we're going to have explosive tornadic development, maybe as far south as between I-40 and Woodward, somewhere back southwest, and then obviously north up here on the Kansas-Oklahoma border is going to explode well. But I'm watching these areas coming out of the Panhandle, Texas Panhandle, into northwest, west central Oklahoma. We're going to get 1 or 2, not a lot. We'll just have 1 or 2 big tornadic storms, and they'll do a lot of damage as they move east, right? Softball, grapefruit-sized hail, extremely destructive tornadoes, and as you get in that 7, 8, 9, and 10 o'clock time frame, and the low-level jet ramps up closer to the I-35 corridor, this is going to include the Oklahoma City Metro. It's going to include the southwest side of the Oklahoma City Metro, Pauls Valley, Chickasha, possibly including the Oklahoma City Metro itself at that 7, 8 o'clock time frame. And then in northern Oklahoma, you're going to be in the I-35 corridor. You're going to be at Bremen, Ponca City, Blackwell area, all over to Anthony, all the way over to Arkansas City. That's the area in Winfield. You're going to be in an extreme tornado threat in that 7 and 9 o'clock time frame as these tornadic storms start out west here and then move down the Kansas-Oklahoma border as they track east into that low-level jet and those hot 70-degree dew points. So that's a quick update from Oklahoma PDS tornado watch to 11. 5-inch diameter hail. Storms are going to be moving east at 30, 35 miles an hour, and expect very destructive tornadoes as this day unfolds. It's going to be probably an historic day across Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and unfortunately North Texas. The spring of 2024 here is just unreal. It's just unbelievable what's happened this year with the tornado outbreaks. So that's it from western Oklahoma, and guys, stay tuned. We'll start streaming here a little bit later as we get closer to the storms are up and we start getting tornadoes. We'll start streaming. Talk to you guys a little bit later. Everybody be safe today, okay? We appreciate you.